This is one evidence-based plyometric exercises to be included in ACL prevention program. We can do a squat jump, and this came from NADA. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to squat down and you jump as high as you can, but you want to make sure that in between the jumps you don't slow down and stop, and that you keep jumping throughout.
Okay.
This next evidence-based plyometric exercises that can be included in the ACL prevention program is a broad jump, and that came from NADA. So essentially what the patient is going to do is they're going to squat down and then jump forward as far as they can. But while they're squatting, they want to make sure they do a quick load to make it more of a plyometric instead of just squatting down, holding, and then jumping. This next exercise for evidence-based plyometric exercises to be included in ACL prevention program is a single leg jump, and that came from the NIH. So essentially what the patient is going to do is they're going to jump forward on a single leg. They could also do that side to side if they wish. And the quick loading makes it more of a plyometric exercise than just a stable one.
This next exercise of evidence-based plyometrics for ACL prevention is a box jump. The athlete will quickly load and box jump up and down and do it quickly.
The next evidence-based plyometric exercise we have for ACL prevention program is bound for distance, and that came from the NIH. And essentially what they're going to do is the patient is just going to run forward without really stopping to try to jump as far as they can.
This next evidence-based plyometric exercise for ACL prevention is a tuck jump, and it came from the National Library of Medicine. The athlete is going to load quickly and jump up and tuck their legs into a tiny ball and repeatedly do it.
The next evidence-based practice exercise for ACL prevention is power skips, and it came from NADA. So what the athlete is going to do is they're just going to skip forward powerfully while quickly going down and keep going forward.
Now we're doing 5 exercises that are to target the VMO. The first exercise is a slant board squat. The athlete will be on a slanted surface and perform squats. This targets the VMO. This next exercise is squat with hip adduction. The athlete will perform squats with a medicine ball in between their knees, and when they lower, they will perform a slight adduction at the bottom of the squat and squeeze the ball. This next exercise is a wall sit while squeezing a med ball the entire time. And this targets the VMO by maintaining the adduction at the knees. This next exercise is terminal knee extension to target the VMO. The athlete will get shoulder width apart, then bring their front foot forward into slight flexion and just extend their knee back and repeat. And extend fully to their full ability.
This is the final exercise for VMO strengthening. We're going to do a single leg squat. This targets the VMO. There are 5 return to play tests after an ACL reconstruction. First, we're going to do a single leg hop test. And just make sure they're balanced. Exercise a single leg triple jump. And just make sure they balance on that last jump. Next test is a single leg crossover triple jump. And we just want to make sure that the athlete is jumping over the line of the cones. It's a modified T-drill test for time. We're going to have 4 cones laid out, and they're going to sprint to the first cone, shuffle, and then backpedal, and then sprint to the cone in front of them, shuffle, and backpedal. We're doing this for time, and we want to start from the right side and the left side and compare bilaterally. This is a single leg drop, vertical jump test. The patient's gonna drop off a box, off one leg, and then vertically jump off one leg. Just wanna make sure there's no dynamic valgus or compensation from the hip. These exercises are based on a study by Dowd in 2024. If you pass all these tests with 90% or greater symmetry compared bilaterally, it reduces your risk of further ACL injury by 36%.